episode number 65. This episode is brought to you by our Career Kickstart program, where we help working mums who are feeling stuck, overwhelmed and frustrated to take the next best step in their career. Figuring out your next career move can be tough, and when you add motherhood into the mix, well, things can get really complicated. So through our program, we help you to move away from being frustrated and overwhelmed to getting to a place where you are loving your work and life. If this sounds good to you, then head over to our website at www.lightboxcoaching.com and find out more information. Hi, you're listening to the Careers Beyond Motherhood podcast with your host, Janine Esbrand. I'm here to help working mums like you to thrive in your careers and in motherhood. I share tips, strategies and inspirational conversations with awesome women to help reduce the struggle in your juggle.
Time for a say, Mummy.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's great to be back with you again today. I want to talk to you today about opportunities and the easiest way to find or create new opportunities. Now, recently I had an opportunity come my way, which I was not expecting. It came completely out of the blue, but it is an amazing one. So I had an email come through from a friend of mine and somebody who's in my network who said she had been invited to speak at a conference and she wasn't available on that particular date and asked whether I would be available. So I checked my calendar and it turned out that I could make that date, so I let her know. So she introduced me to the event organizer, and the event organizer came back and said they had a look at my LinkedIn profile and my videos and everything that I share and thought that I'd be a good fit as a speaker for the event. So I'm now going to be speaking at a conference in a few weeks' time. Now, this is an amazing opportunity because the conference is going to be filled with people that I would love to get to know, network with and potentially work with. But it got me thinking about the importance of creating opportunities. And you might be thinking, well, in this circumstance, it came out of the blue and I didn't necessarily do anything to create this particular opportunity. But in a roundabout way, I did. So I want to share with you 3 things that you can be doing to create opportunities for yourself. One of the things that I hear a lot of working mums say, especially the clients that I work with or people that I speak to who are feeling stuck, is that they're not quite sure what to do next and how to go about making the next step. So they might scroll job boards, they might have a look at job alerts and see that there aren't that many part-time opportunities available or aren't that many flexible working opportunities, and then conclude that it isn't going to be possible for them to work part-time or in a way that accommodates their childcare needs. And then people get discouraged and despondent, and some people feel like they need to either leave what they're doing or they feel like that they have to stay where they are, even if they're not feeling fulfilled. And equally, when people are contemplating starting their own business and they say, I want to start something of my own, they feel like it's too difficult. It's too difficult to get started. How would they even get clients? Where would they go? What would they do? And then they stay stuck and don't get started. So I want to talk to you about 3 different things that you can be doing on a consistent basis that is going to help you to create opportunities for yourself. We don't have to sit back and wait for opportunities to come our way. There are ways that you can set yourself up for success. So the first thing is to know what you're looking for. So to spend some time at establishing what is the ideal situation for you. What's the ideal scenario in terms of the type of work that you want to be doing, the way that you want to be working, the environment you want to be working in, the people you want to be working with. Get really clear on what it is. A lot of people stay stuck in where they are and say they're not happy, but don't spend the time to unpack what being happy or fulfilled in your role or your work would actually look like. So spending time there is really, really important. And that's always the first step that I take my clients through when I work with them one-on-one or through my membership community, because it is key. Stephen Covey, who's an amazing author, said that we should start with the end in mind when talking about the habits of highly successful people. That is one of the things that people do. Where is it that I'm heading? And then I can work backwards and figure out the steps that I need to take. So that's the first thing. Know what you're looking for. And then once you know what you're looking for, then you need to share that with other people. You need to share it with people in your network. Your network is golden. That is where the majority of opportunities are going to come from for you, especially if you are looking for opportunities that aren't widely advertised, or you are in a space where you're transitioning into a new way of working, into a new role, into a new business. Your network is absolutely golden. So they can only help you if they know what it is you're looking for. And when I say they, I just mean the people in your network, your friends, your family, your colleagues, your acquaintances. So once you get clear on what you're looking for and what you're trying to create and build in terms of your work life, then you should get to sharing it with people. Let people know in conversation the kind of thing you're looking for, so that they can have you in mind when they're having discussions with other people. So in my example that I shared earlier, I have spoken to my friend about where I want to take my business and the fact that I want to do more speaking and I want to get involved more on that side of things. And so when this opportunity came up, she thought of me. She knew about what my focus is and who I help in terms of my coaching services. And she also recognized that the subject area would be well aligned with my background and my experience. So she knew, so she was able to share. So I would just urge you to think about, who can you be sharing your vision with? Who can you be opening up to and sharing about the opportunities you're looking for? That's number 2. And then number 3 is nurture relationships. So it's not good to just be, reaching out to people when you're wanting something. It's not good to only be looking at your network or speaking to your network when you're looking for a new role or you're starting something new. You really want to get into a cycle of nurturing relationships. You can pick a number of people that you are going to focus on in any given period and say, I'm going to reach out to them periodically, go for a coffee, have a catch-up call, drop them an email, share some valid information with them. But really what you want to be doing is having a network where you have got to know people and you've spent time and invested in those people, and then they're more likely to have you top of mind when an opportunity comes up. So it doesn't have to be, you going out with everybody on your LinkedIn connection list and saying, I'm going to have coffee or I'm going to have lunch with them. But you can take a number of people that you're saying, okay, every month I'm going to meet up with one person, or I'm going to commit to reaching out or emailing 3 people. And if you start doing that consistently, then you're going to find that the strength of your network and how well the relationships have developed is going to improve. There are so many things that you could do. There are so many opportunities out there. And yes, sometimes it can feel like there are restrictions, but I'd love for you to shift your mindset. And instead of thinking there's nothing out there, you think, how can I find the opportunities that are out there for me? So if you want to dig a little bit deeper in terms of getting clear on what your vision is and what kind of opportunities you should be leaning towards, then head over to lightboxcoaching.com/kickstart and download my free career kickstart guide, because that's going to ask you some questions and give you some prompts to really dig deep and come up with those answers, so that you're able to then share it with your network and move forward to getting referrals and opportunities land on your lap. So I'm excited for you. I hope that you found this useful. And just to recap, the 3 things you want to be doing is really get clear on what you are looking for, what your vision is for your career, your work, your life. 2, you want to be sharing that vision with people in your network so they know what they're looking for and can refer opportunities to you. And then the 3rd is you want to be consistently nurturing relationships with people in your network. Before I go, I just wanted to tell you about an event that is happening in August. On the 29th of August, I'm going to be running a live career Kickstart session. It's going to be an informal workshop at lunchtime, and it's going to be in Godalming near the Guildford area in Surrey. So if you are local and listening to this, then we would love to have you come along and join us. Head over to lightboxcoaching.com/episode 65, and there will be a link to more information in the show notes. All right, that is all I have for you today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Until then, look after you and look after your babies. This podcast features music from Ben Sound.